we have to measure some of those deficiencies. We need assessments and benchmarking to find out what is the process, what are our best salespeople doing, what do we need to replicate. Our new hires as we scale up. And again, if they're 5, 10, 20 at a time, 100 at a time, how can we sort of measure, find their individual gaps and then close them is a big different challenge. And then also adding in sales coaching. So we're going to have to, if we have 100 salespeople, now we have layers of sales management and hire managers, which is also a completely different challenge. And usually they get under supported, especially in startups, right?
You're 100% right. So a few things there, working backwards. So like the sales coaching, most VPs that I've been around, or even CEOs, if they're running the sales team directly, are good at coaching. They've had good coaching in the past. They know how to replicate it. But sales managers who are now doing the coaching don't really have the experience of coaching, and they're not very good at it. They're good at what I'd call asking check the box questions. Have you met with this person? Have you done this? Have you done this? And they can help you there, or they can help with closing. Like if you bring them on a call, I can help you close, but they don't really know how to provide coaching. And so the sales team doesn't really grow at the rate it should be, given how the organization is growing numerically to keep up with their revenue goals. The second thing, Mike, that you said is that going back to my science experiment analogy, when you're now having 10 or 20 people, there are so many variables going on. Mm-hmm. And it's not uncommon for a VP to call me and be like, I don't know why my win rate's going down and I don't know why. They no longer know the root cause. And one of the things that's great about Sandler is that the trainers have been trained on how to find that root cause, using assessments, using interviews, asking the right questions, so they can help the VP find here's the actual cause and train to it, rather than just taking a guess and kind of like, oh, let's just do a workshop and hope it works.
Yeah, deal analytics come to mind there too. So we have some tools for that you can ask your Sandler trainer about. But they know to look in the CRM and look for what and where the bottlenecks are and what's causing problems. So most people, I feel like, default to we're not putting enough in the top of the funnel. Sandler trainers look at the whole thing and they're like, oh no, actually, you're at like a 15 to 20% close rate on proposals. Something is happening that you're not qualifying hard enough at the end, or you're not winning enough of these deals at the end of the process. And it really takes some hard work sometimes to diagnose what those problems are for each individual or territory or product line as you scale up.
Yep, that's exactly right. And to my previous point, if you don't if you don't nail the variables, like all you do is go 6 or 9 or 12 months without making any progress. You don't learn anything. And that's the worst place to be as a startup.